We're going to be using a bundler called Vite, and Vite has some templates that we can use to help us create the basic scaffolding of everything we need. So let's try and invoke that. If we go to our services folder, we can run npm create Vite at latest, and we can call our project Frontend. And it used to be that you had to specify a template here, but at this point, Vite just asks a series of questions. So we're going to tell it that we want the React template, and we want it with TypeScript. We're going to be using the regular ESLint ESBuild bundler rather than SWC. I think it should probably be fine with either, and SWC might indeed be faster, but at this point, let's just go with the default one. So we will now have a front-end folder for us, and we can run npm install in this. And you can see that Vite will have created a folder for us with quite a few files in it. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, including a package.json that has quite a few dependencies. And one thing to note here is that it has set up ESLint for us. One thing we do want to adopt a little bit, though, is that you can see that it has added a tsconfig file for us. In fact, it's added two. And the reason for this is that the tsconfig file itself is where we configure TypeScript for our code, like the code that will become the front end. The tsconfig.node.json, which is, in my opinion, a little bit misleading. It should probably be called something like .vite.json. But that is the configuration for the Vite engine itself, because that is a node project that runs in your terminal, and that needs to be using TypeScript as well. You can see here that it has a configuration file that is TypeScript. So it's running TypeScript as it runs, and that is configured in this file here. We're not going to care too much about that one right now, but we do want this configuration file to be updated a little bit. We can keep these settings as they are for now. So you can see it includes source in SRC the way we've done in our other projects, and that's fine. And the only thing we want to add is that we wanted to extend our primary configuration. And the reason for this is that we want to make sure that the references to the schema package are kept in our front end. And that's all we really care about at this point. We might refine some of these other settings as we go along, but for now, that will all be fine. But let's reference this or extend this basic tsconfig file and see if everything works. So I'll say npm run dev. And Vite spins up and it says there's a server running now on localhost. Let's try and open that. And look, we have a little app running React, and we can click on this button and account will increase. So everything seems to be working fine, even with our specific TS configuration.
If you want to keep learning about how to build real-world apps with the latest technologies and other career-related topics, then start right now by subscribing to our channel and liking this video.